Ladies and gentlemen, hello, hi. I hope you guys are doing good and you have a good week. So welcome to the show. I'm Eunice, your international auntie, like I like to say. So you are very welcome to this show. Today, like usual, sometimes I come myself to talk about different subjects, but today I'm not alone. I have another guest. So if the technique is okay with me, they're gonna let my desk in. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. I may know you, but our followers, the Caribou followers, they don't know you. Can you introduce yourself to them? Who are you?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Thomas Fuller. I am the founder and CEO of Olmec Agrotech. We are an indigenous American organization that provides agricultural and water well drilling services on a global basis. We are a 1 million wells partner.
Thank you so much. I think you guys get a chance to know who he is exactly. With Mr. Thomas Fuller, we be talking for what he's doing and what motivation him to keep doing what he's doing. So I'll be going because he just talked about he's the founder of Olmec and Olmec Agrotech, and also is one of the partner of 1 million wells. They talk about what they think, but I would like him as a CEO of Olmec Agrotech to tell us what is Olmec Agrotech. What is that exactly?
Well, as many of you know, we are the original people of the Americas. Olmec, the Olmec civilization was one of the first civilizations here. We were here when the European colonizers came to America. And we at Olmec Agrotech, we have theologies that tell of a golden age that we're approaching right now. And so in furtherance of that golden age, we are reaching out to our family across the globe, and we're providing them with tribal and family services for the economic enterprises of families and communities.
Yeah, because when you talk about what Olmec Agrotech is, I can bring something come to me right now while you're talking. Is you guys are like kind of doing farming or something like a planting? What is in the bucket of the Olmec Agrotech?
Well, I think that right now...
Is it water? Is it power? Is what?
Well, we have what we call the water neighborhood. And essentially what it is all of we will drill water wells so that the 83% of the Africans that wait on rainwater to conduct their their growing seasons, we provide water wells for fresh drinking and agricultural purposes. In addition, subsequent to the water well drilling is everything associated with the development of food production, whether it be food crops, whether it be aquaculture, whether it be animal husbandry, these types of things, all things associated with growing food. We provide services and technical assistance to our clients in Africa.
Oh, I mean, you guys, your target is Africa. Are you operating here in US, or can you explain that a little bit? Because in Africa, you always mention Africa. You are serving African American. So you guys say you targeting, you also talk about Africa. So I would like to know, and I don't know if the people are following us right now, they're gonna, against what my thought right now, because when you say Africa, You know, because we have African Americans, because people are American people, but they are black people with black skin. They are also African Americans. So when you talk about Africa, you know, your target is Africa, to give African community, African blah blah blah. So I want to know, is African continent you guys are serving, or they are your target to what you're doing?
Well, we service the whole globe with the services we have. Many people are visual, and I would like to share a visual aid that explains some of the services that we provide on a global basis. Hello, I'm Thomas P. Fuller, a certified 1 million wells driller dedicated to providing access to clean water and promoting restorative agriculture. With years of experience in the field, I specialize in utilizing innovative drilling techniques, including the Crawford hand drill and his agricultural drill, to address water scarcity challenges and to empower individuals, families, farmers, and community. In addition to drilling expertise, I offer social media marketing and video production services to help promote water well drilling advocacy and crowdfunding initiatives. Water neighborhood. As a certified 1 million wells driller, I cooperate with communities to establish sustainable water sources through well drilling. By utilizing advanced drilling techniques and technologies, such as the Crawford hand drill, I ensure efficient and reliable access to clean water. Together, we can make a difference in addressing water scarcity in your neighborhood. Agricultural water solutions. I offer specialized services for families and farmers looking to optimize their water usage and promote sustainable agricultural practices. By utilizing the Crawford agricultural drill, we can design and implement irrigation systems that conserve water, enhance crop productivity, and minimize environmental impact. Education and training. I believe in the power of education and knowledge sharing. As part of my mission, I offer educational workshops and training programs to individuals and communities interested in learning about community development and water management, drilling technique, and restorative agriculture. Empowering others with the necessary skills and knowledge allows them to become advocates and educators in their own communities. Consultation and project planning. Whether you're an individual or a farming organization, I provide consultation services to help you plan and execute water-related projects, from assessing water needs to designing drilling projects and implementing sustainable water solutions. I offer comprehensive guidance tailored to your specific requirements. Together, we can develop strategies that address your unique challenges. Social media marketing. I understand the importance of leveraging social media platforms to raise awareness and engage a wider audience. Through targeted social media marketing campaigns, I can help you promote your water well drilling initiatives, crowdfunding campaigns, and educational programs. By reaching the right audience, we can inspire more people to get involved and support the cause. Short videos for promotion. Short videos are very powerful tools for storytelling and capturing the essence of your water well drilling initiatives. I offer video production services to create compelling and impactful videos that highlight the importance of clean water access, showcase success stories, and inspire viewers to take action. By working with me, you become part of a global movement dedicated to providing access and environments. Let's educate others, empower them to take action, and spread the message through social media and engaging videos. Ready to discuss your water and agricultural needs? Feel free to reach out to me using the contact information below.
Thank you so much, my people in technique, and let's come back to this studio. So I'm so impressed by watching the video, and I really like that, because you know I did watch that carefully, and I see you guys do a lot in agrotech. You guys can be a trainer, can be a consultant, can advocate, and you are also in the social media. Tell us how you do all of that. Before we jump to the deep, I see something I want to talk about.
Well, right now we support small and medium-sized businesses that are involved in development, community development projects, food development, aquaculture development, everything associated with family entrepreneurship and tribal and community development. So in order to best affect this, one must be able to tell the story, because creating an image, creating the story is really the essence that will motivate people to want to participate in the activities, and it also highlights the hard work that it takes for people that do these type of jobs who rarely get the kudos that they deserve.
Wow. So let me ask you, because I see somewhere you say you can be an advocate as well. Who you advocate for?
We advocate for the disadvantaged. We advocate for the indigenous populations. We advocate for women and children, because they're the ones who suffer the most from the lack of things, from the lack of food. In many cultures, particularly our indigenous cultures, the woman is the backbone of the family in many regards. When it comes to acquiring water, it's the woman and the children that have to walk great distances to acquire water, which in many cases is of dubious quality. The families in many parts of the world have to wait on the rainwater to be able to grow, and therefore they're limited to only one season, when in fact if they were able to have agricultural well water, the quality of water would increase. Also, the seasons that they're able to cultivate food would be extended. You'd be able to, instead of having one, perhaps two growing seasons during the year in Africa with the conditions in most subtropical areas, you would be able to have 4.
Yeah, because I'm an African woman, I'm interesting. When you talk about a woman in Africa, but I don't see this woman lives here, go, hunting the water like African women do. Every morning they have to wake up, go, searching some good water to feed your family. So now tell me, because in the video just going on, I saw you guys, that's not US, where you guys were. Because I see people so happy, but they look like, they're indigenous people. Where that was?
Well, what we saw, some of the pictures were actually in the United States, here in Tacoma, Washington, where we educate the youth to be able to have knowledge and to participate, to motivate them to participate in their own family's supply. Because as we know nowadays, supply lines are not as robust as they used to be. But also we work in Africa, we work in India, we work in Guatemala, and also we're having a water well drilling course with the founder of the award-winning Crawford Drill, who will be training here in Hoquiam, Washington, September 30th of this year. So we have a global reach, and so in the videos that's what's reflected in that. But in terms of water in the United States, even in Europe, the quality of water is not what it used to be. We have contamination, we have a lot of things, but even more so, families like to have what's called redundancy, where they, for example, have the city water, but also they have a private well. Because subsurface water is generally cleaner than the water that you get, even though in Tacoma, 43% of the water that most of the people in the city use is from well water.
So in the video I saw, it's like you guys was in one of the country in Africa. Which that country was?
That was Uganda.
Okay, so you guys just flu in Uganda for free, or how you guys do that? Did you get commission from the government, or somebody called, we need a water, we need the proper water for people to drink? That's why you guys decide to flew down to Uganda, do that, and how that happened? That's my question. I want to know, because we have a lot of countries who are following us right now. They have the same problem. They are facing the same problem right now about the water issues, to give people water they're supposed to drink, the clean water. So can you tell us how that happened? You live in the US. You decide one day, okay, there is a lot of country in African continent. Why did you choose Uganda?
Well, Uganda is just one of the recent countries that we've trained well drillers in.
How did you get in contact with them?
Well, the founder of 1 Million Wells, R.C. Crawford, has been providing well water training for well over 20 years. His family's been in well drilling for over 100 years. So we have been at this for a while, and 1 Million Wells is a charity well drilling organization. So they raise funds from churches and other benefactors, and then they're able to take teams to foreign countries and train the drillers so that the drillers can perpetually train other drillers. It's kind of like, instead of giving someone a fish, we teach them how to fish.
How to fish it.
Right, and so that's what our prime objective is to teach individuals how to provide for themselves on all levels.
To be independent.
To be independent. Because the people are generally the ones that suffer the most in the political economic situation. So if we're training youth, women with children, and farmers to provide for themselves, then we are able to exponentially grow the talents and skills that are necessary to bring people out of poverty.
Yeah, I think these people did welcoming good in Uganda, and they did like what you guys did. And do you think since you guys came back in the US, they keep doing the same? Because you say, in time to give you fish, let me teach you how to fish, okay? So you can be independent. So you guys have a good feedback since you left Uganda?
Oh,
they
yes.
All keep going on?
And let me explain. We didn't just, we trained many teams in different cities. We trained the teams in Bali.
Because they will have a chance to follow. Can you say hi in their language? Because you was in Uganda. Did you kept something?
Well, fortunately, Uganda speaks English, so it's quite easy for me, you know. And because I understand a little bit of Lingala and Kikongo, when I hear Swahili, I can listen to some of the words.
Yeah, because they have Swahili too sometimes.
Yes, yes.
So you can greet them because they will have a chance to follow you. Maybe you have a friend, because sometimes you build a relationship by the work you did that down there. Maybe they have a chance to just say that, hello, hey, I'm here, I'm explaining what we did in your country.
Okay. Hello, family. It's good to hear from you again. I'm spreading the word to our brothers and sisters all around the world, telling them about the wonderful work that you're doing down there once you've acquired this skill, and how we're expanding this skill. And we're going to be expanding it all through Africa, because the intention of R.C. Crawford was that the 2.2 billion people in the world have access to water. And we're serious about doing that.
So, because in Uganda, when you was just talking, you say you guys, they didn't pay anything. It was free because of, the 1 million wells is kind of like a charity program. They do that just to give people the clean water. They do that from love they have for the people in the world as an organization, because they are just raise funding in different churches, donation. So do you think if somebody is not just in Uganda, different country, they want to be in contact with you? Because I know right now is the most issues every people, are going through about having clean water, even in the DRC, because I'm from there. I know what is going on right now. They need a clean water. So what they can do to invite your team to go do that the same way you guys did, train people, have volunteers, people who agree, okay, we want to learn how to do this and keep doing that, sharing the word to another generations, what you can do for that?
Well, as you know, money is an issue. And that is a barrier that we have to expanding this. So we have to use the African maele so that we can determine ways in which we can infuse these skills and techniques. One of the ways is a videographer. Right now I'm creating a well drilling manual as well as a well drilling video training series. And we should be concluded with that by the end of August, early September.
But hopefully you're gonna create that, because I hear you say a little bit of Lingala. You've been in Congo?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I've had the good fortune of being in Congo. I've been dealing with the Congo for over 30 years. Oh, wow. I mine diamonds, and I've done other development projects in the Congo as well as the Republic of the Congo across the river.
Yeah, I might suggest to you, because you are doing that menu about the drawing water, whatever you said, I would suggest you to put that in different languages, because if you want people to understand what is the meaning, like in Congo, the first language is French. How they're gonna understand or read about the menu, even the video, if it's in, all of them is in English, you know. I think because you guys you are in the media too, because you promote. I was watching the video there. It's good to do that in multiple languages, so it can bring people together to understand the vision of what you're doing, the vision of Olmec, Agrotech, the vision of 1 million words.
Yes, family. This is correct, and that's an ambition that we have. And so I would invite anyone out in our audience, family, to, if you have skills and you want to participate in seeing the 2.2 billion people around the world acquire water, and for us to infuse this new technology into your country, into your village, into your family, then by all means contact us, and we'll find a way.
Okay, somebody just texted me right now. They say they know you because you are community garden coordinator. Is that true?
Yes. So in the United States, I work with various organizations, such as the Salvation Army, the Center for Food Preservation Arts, a number of organizations that we also collaborate with for food production, as well as now water production, which even in the United States is a big problem based upon the climate change and other factors. So yes, I do a number of community gardening projects where we will use our restorative techniques to bring things back into balance, where the chemical fertilizer and what have you have caused the mineral base and what have you, the vitamin bases, to diminish. So we rehabilitate the land. We can take land that is not arable, and we can turn it into a paradise and grow food with it.
So now, let me ask you this question, just come to my mind right now. Because you guys are partnering with 1 million wells, you guys work about the drilling water. So how many drill you guys did in the US so far?
Well, in the United States, most of the drilling has been in Texas and in New Mexico and across the Mexican border. So our class that we're holding here in the Northwest at September 30th is going to be an expansion into the Great Northwest. So we're looking for partners so that we can spread this technology all throughout the country and all throughout the world. So anyone that's interested in it, by all means, contact us and let's get something going.
So, okay, because you are looking for some partner, you want people to be in touch with you. How these people can be in touch with you?
Well, they can get in contact with info@olmecagrotech.org, and on some of the videos you'll see, and we'll post it also so that your audience can get a hold of us. As well as we'll provide you with the 1 Million Wells website and contact information so that you can review the techniques and what have you, and then solicit participation. But I really, right now, if we could get some type of participation and expanded participation on the financial side so that we can expand our programs, that would be great.
Yeah, because that's the question I wanted to ask. While you was talking, you said, right now the problem is in money, okay? Is the money to expand the project, right? So, for example, if some government want to put money in and invite you to do the job, because sometimes you say it's kind of like a charity, people put money in, but when it comes to, okay, I'm Congolese and I'm in government, we like that because our people struggle about the proper water they can drink. So how they're gonna be in contact with you? What is the requirement for you to go down there and do the work?
Well, the requirement, we can give a detailed requirement, but essentially we just have to have a few team members and the equipment to begin a training. And that's what we would like to do. We don't just want to go and dig water wells. We want to train other people to dig the wells. And we have a certification program so that once they're trained, then they can proceed to drill more wells and advance in their certification program. So we have different levels of technical skill that you can acquire by your expanded well drilling capabilities.
People in Congo, you guys will have a chance to follow Mr. Thomas Fuller. He been in Congo. He speaks some Lingala. He can say both, he can understand. Please invite him because we need that proper water for our people in DRC. So what do you want us to know which Karhibuglobal didn't ask you while we are talking? I'm going to give you the free time to talk about everything you want to talk. You want our people to get to know about these things, or about yourself, or about the future of this project.
Okay, so as you know, I have been involved with the Congo for quite some time. I've mined diamonds in many locations, so I'm very familiar with the culture, with the water tables, and I think that the Congo is probably the best place on earth to drill for water, because there's a very vast estuary system there. And what we focus on to ensure the highest rate of success is we will drill in alluvial fields, meaning by rivers, by lakes, by springs, and ones that existed before and ones that exist now, because subsurface, because as we know, the rivers oftentimes change courses, but there is subsurface water in those locations. And we have techniques that we train people on how to do investigations, and then how to best select the location that's more likely to be successful. So I would really love to be able to go to the Congo and start training, because I know we would have a great deal of success, whether it be in the cities, for those people who are being served with water from Residisol, or in the provinces or the regions, Kikwit, Ungulungu. We would love to go back, and I want to shout out to my friend, Chef Ungulungu. I'd like to contact you and initiate projects in the territory of Ungulungu. So anyone, contact me and we can expand on how we can get there.
Yeah, well, you just mentioned something. I want to ask you that, because you say before you guys go do the work, you have to make sure the land is comfortable, or the land where you guys can do the job is the place you guys supposed to do? How you guys do investigation about the land, or what you guys do before? So how you will know before you go down there?
Well, I happen to know that in the Congo, there's really not a problem because we have so many different rivers, so many different lakes, and as I said, I've mined diamonds, and anyone that is familiar with mining diamonds knows that the biggest problem is the water. You have to have a moteur pump to get rid of the water. Yeah. So that indicates the level of water. And that level could be, I've seen water at 24 inches down to a number of feet. So the water tables are quite high generally in the DRC. That's why when we go through our process, we would be assured of a high level of success.
And how long it takes to train people, and how long it takes to dig to have the water? People can say, okay, I can have this cup without, dabbing, say I can drink this, maybe stay doing. How long? Because I have to be specific. Okay, people be like, ego umela. We don't know, maybe we stay doing that dog water without us know. So I want to make sure how long it takes you guys to do the job and have that clean water in the cup and ready to drink.
Okay, so we can, generally it takes 2.5 days to
2.5 days.
Right. To
Congo people, mikoloka mi bale na ndambo ozwi mai ya propre ya komela. Only juste 2 jours et demi basali musala bapesi biso mai ya kitoko. That's why you say is that mai kufela mbwate na dead dogs.
Yeah. Mai oyo is très bien.
Okay.
Is sukali.
Yeah. You mean quand azolo ba sukali za mai oyo eza déjà propre. Donc ils ont la eau pure, eau koki komela mbala moko sans problème, sans kobanga. Yeah, it only takes you 2 days to do the job.
Yes, and so the way that it works is we will start with a half day of classroom time, where we will explain to our team the processes that we're going to go to. Part of that process is how we're going to find the water in the locations that we're going to be digging. Techniques, safety, these types of things. Then the next day, we hit the water and we start setting up and drilling.
The team you'll be funding to do the job, it will be, can you give us the age range? Because we don't want child labor. We don't want to get kids to work on very hard labor. Because, by the law, that's punishable. But you can do that. So can you tell us who can be qualified to be part of the team of volunteers?
Okay, generally in terms of children, depending on the maturity rate, it could be 13 years to 15-year range to start, men or women. The drill that we use, women use, and we do focus on women and older children, training them, because they're the ones that have to go and get water. I mean, I know.
Why men can't go get water? No,
I'm just telling you a segment that we use. Men can go get water, and men often do get water. I mean, we all have to drink.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that generally in these types of vocations, women are excluded because they say, oh, the men can do it all. No, but with this drill, a woman can physically do it and she can mentally do it. And what I understand is that, most women would be happy to have the opportunity because then they don't have to walk kilometers to go get water.
Why?
Okay, then, so if they could walk a few hundred feet or a few hundred meters and get water, it's way, way better than what they generally go to. And then the children can now have time to go to school and to learn and to be able to engage in other types of activity that they wouldn't normally be able to do because there's no water. For example, making bricks. to build houses.
Yep.
You need water to make bricks.
Right.
So you fish ponds, aquaculture. Once you have water, and we have clients in Guatemala who, when we dug the well, they began aquaculture farm, and now he has like 5 different ponds now, and each of those ponds runoff feeds the orchards, the food orchards, avocados and oranges and things of that nature. So you create what we call the water neighborhood, which is a water cycle. Okay.
Yeah, we scrolling little by little to end this interview. So anything you ask to know, but I have a question. I want to ask you, because you are the founder and the CEO of Olmec Agrotech. When did this start? When did you start this?
Well, I started it actually a long time ago, because as I told you, I've been involved with the DRC for over 30 years. And every time I would go to the frontier, when we were mining or what have you, water is always a problem. Quality water is a problem. And I've lost dear friends who got parasites and other types of waterborne disease. So the problems of water are very, very real to me. And as I said, I myself have caught typhoid fever. So, and I almost died because it mimics malaria. So I was treating myself for malaria when in fact it was typhoid fever. And my organs began to be inflamed and painful. And if it wasn't for the fact that another miner who had typhoid fever, he said, "Oh no, Papa, you have typhoid fever. You better."
Wow.
So once I treated it, then I was okay. Another thing is meningitis is a waterborne disease, and I've had friends that have had meningitis also. So it's a real problem. Bad water kills people, kills infants, it kills everything. And so I'm personally committed to ensure that the 2.2 billion people in the world have water.
Yeah, water is problem. Water, we all drinks, you know, we need water. Water is like a basic in a human being life. No matter what you do, you will drink, you will shower, you will do everything with water. I can even conclude say water is kind of like a power, you know, because even electricity can work without water.
That's true.
So please reach out to them. You are president somewhere, you are, you know, minister somewhere, you have a power in some corner in the world. You need your people to have a proper water to drink. It's good time to get in contact with them. They can help you not just to dig the water, but also to train the people and continue the work, even though be leaving your country. You see, I like that part, because when they come, they train our people to do job, and also the people keep training. It's kind of like a continue of that chain. No, don't break the chain.
There you go. So if I may, there's another visual that I have that will illustrate some of the other necessary ancillary skills that are going to be needed once you get water, if I may.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So did you have a chance to do some open house or some meeting, just explain people in Washington State, even not American people, even all of communities here in Washington, say, hey, we have this project and we want to talk. Did you have a chance to do that before?
No, we're expanding that, and this is one of the reasons why we're holding a training in the Northwest, is because having water is a necessity. I'd like to show another video here, if I may, another short video to explain a little bit more.
I think the technique will help us to have that video.
Restorative permaculture landscape.
Olmec Agrotech offers horticultural landscaping, not just to create attractive, but also to have functional landscaping. It comes with water features like ponds, water resource management as rainwater catchments, earthen retaining walls, and earthen landscape. And of course, each landscape is useful for its edible or medicinal native landscape designing and planting. The horticultural landscape is highly recommended, especially for areas that are prone to landslides, as contouring the land and creating terraces and other land contours hold the water around longer. This process also cuts down on erosion while recharging the groundwater basin. During the training, the team will look after the edible landscape until full production, so you can have abundant baskets of fresh produce, walking around in your own landscape garden, collecting fresh, rejuvenating teas to brew. These garden teas are good to aid digestion, insomnia, fatigue, allergy, menstrual discomfort, cold, and flu. Irrigation channel, troughs, water reservoir, and rain retention systems can be excavated, and their void used as kiln to produce building material. Firing and glazing will cause their surfaces to become permanent. Landscapes carved, fired, and glazed in place can be integrated into the contours of the sited architecture. Thus, as the water element is today, fire can become an important design element in future landscape architecture. Eroding coastal cliffs, mudslide hill, and unstable bank can be stabilized by the elements of fire in their natural setting to form hard, brick-like surfaces and to fuse lava layer rocks to slow the erosion process. You will understand the importance of landscape and others for beautification, restoration, and conservation. Through horticultural landscaping, you will have an attractive environment for entertaining and relaxing.
Yeah, we just finished with that video, and everything there, I love it. But because there I talk after dig the water, there's a process. Can you explain us a little bit about the process? What to do next after that?
Yes, well, the video showed the wide range of what we call water neighborhood activities. So once you have water, you're able to grow crops. Once you have water, you can make bricks so that you can build barriers to control the flow of water, because during the rainy season, a big problem in Africa is that we're not able to control the water. So the water will erode and houses will fall into it. And especially now with the climate change, we have a lot of orphans that are orphaned because the hillsides fall in and the parents are killed. That's one of the things that we work with in terms of the orphanages in Uganda and other places, because nature kills people sometimes, and that's a big problem. So we offer a variety of courses that's associated with improving the conditions in the community, improving the conditions for families. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Thomas Fuller. I think we are in the hand of this, but we like to have you again in the show. It seems like you have a lot in your bucket. So we like talk one by one, because watching the video, you guys can be a trainer too. People can learn from you. But is that will be free, or you have to pay something? Because I want to know. I'm interested to learn too, but I don't want people to show me like, okay, when you come it's free, we give you free training, you're going to learn. When I come there at your office to the door, no, fill out these papers, you have to pay this. I want us to be very honest to our people who follow us. So,
well, as I said, 1 Million Wells is the charity well driller, and they have their plate full right now. Olmec Agrotech is a for-profit business, but because we're family, we can find a way to work things out, and that's what I'm hoping to solicit is private businesses, churches, the government, to open a discussion so that we could cover all of the expenses associated with getting these projects going and executed for the populations.
So thank you so much for accept our invitation and come. But before we let you go, we'd like you to invite people who have chance to follow you to subscribe in our channel. I know you can speak Lingala, French, Kikongo, everything, because you've been in Congo, like you just said, for over 30 years. So I'm going to give you that chance and that opportunity to talk to them in different languages.
Merci. Bon bendeko. Bison yoso yebi mai is a dir. Beganangai na kuluka biso na internet. Po yoko you'll learn certain techniques and you'll get an idea of what we can do with you. And I'm looking forward to coming back to the DRC as well as the Republic of Congo and many places in Africa, because we're just across the river in Uganda and working with other countries in Africa. So kobangate, kolukabiso.
Subscribe. Tell them in English to subscribe.
And also subscribe to Karhibu Global and also the Olmec Agrotech. And we'll look forward to talking to you next time. Peace.
Yeah, thank you so much. So everybody did have a chance to follow us. Like I always say, you know, I'm an international auntie Eunice. I'm not just auntie for some people, but I'm international for everybody. You love me, you can just call our office number, you can email us. If you want to talk to me particularly, I will be able to talk with you. So just email us, okay? Don't be afraid. I speak French, I speak English, Lingala, Kikongo, Swahili, little bit of Portuguese. If you want to be in contact with us, please keep subscribed in Karhibu Global Media. You are not going to miss anything. Like I like to say that in French, avançons. Avançons avec qui? Nous avançons avec les gens qui veulent avancer. Alors, we love you and we hope to see you next time with different type of show, maybe different guests. Maybe why not Mr. Thomas Fuller can come back to our studio so he keep talking, because I really like what he have today. I really like what he have is in his trend. I think like the trend is full of things. So if we have just keep talking, we are not going to finish today. But maybe next time, because he's kind of busy guy. He said if you want to reach him, feel free to go to their website, Olmec Agrotech website. Also, you can reach them on 1 Million Wells. You can go there, check them. You can be in contact. Everything is very, very established. So you can call them, you can email them. So you can be in contact with them. So if you don't know how to do all of that, you can reach Karhibu Global over email. So we can just forward your request to them so you can be in touch with them. As for today, we love you and we bless your week. We say bye for today.